Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's an organization fostering connections between students of color and police officers. Here to share how it's changing communities, we welcome the founders of Talk a Mile, Justin and Erika Fogarty, along with student participant Paige Pierce. Good to have you all with me today. It's an incredible idea, I think. So tell me about, first of all, how you guys thought of the idea and then what it involves, really.
Sure. So the idea for Talk a Mile came after the summer of 2020, after everything we saw happening in the country, and especially here in Portland. We were just really encouraged by all of the activism, especially with our youth, and how much people really cared. And so we wanted to figure out what was next, like what can we actually do? And so Talk a Mile translates that activism into action and to show that that momentum can continue through ongoing conversation. And what we do is we pair student leaders who are primarily Black and Latino with police to have one-on-one conversations.
So then tell me how the actual time works. A student is paired with a police officer. What happens from there?
Yeah, so we meet typically at a park at Littlehurst here in Portland. And we basically have them walk 4 laps that are a quarter mile each. And each lap, they get a prompt question that we actually shape in advance with our students. And basically, the first lap is sort of an icebreaker. This one is, what's the story of your name? And then the second lap, just a great way to get everyone warmed up. And then the second question is a chance for the students to ask the police, when did they decide to become a police officer and why in Portland? And then the third lap is a chance for the officers to ask the student, if the next 5 years is a chapter in your life, what's the next chapter about? And then the fourth question is basically a shared vision question that they answer together. So what would make Portland a better place to live for you personally? So,
I love all these questions. Okay, let me ask you though, Paige. You took part in this. Tell me about the first experience, because you've done it a few times, right?
Yes.
So tell me about it. The first one.
Yeah, my first thought going in was like, oh my gosh, like I do not believe I would ever be doing this. Like I could not believe it. And then
because you're shy in some way?
I wouldn't say I'm shy, but I would say, because they're the police, it feels more inferior and it feels like a power dynamic is going on.
Good point.
Yeah, but the trainees and the people that we met, they were actually out of uniform, so that helped so much. And then I went in open-minded, and at least I tried to be. And then and then I went in and I met some amazing people. They were really nice, and they told me some of their stories, and it was really amazing to hear.
Tell me one story that surprised you that a police officer told you.
Officer Pelster, shout out to him. He was the last Talk Mile I went on. He told me one of the stories about how he works with younger people and how he trains them actually. And he was just saying like it's so amazing to like hear their stories, because he also gets to see what their life is like, and he gets to help them go on the right path, either figure out if they want to work with the police or if they don't, and it's okay, he just helps.
Do you think you're less fearful of police officers now? Like, how do you feel about police officers now?
I would say that I'm more open-minded. I'm not just like all police officers are bad. I would say that, because that was mostly the assumption and the stereotypes that people going in. And I can't lie, I had a few of those, so I would say I'm more open-minded, or I'm less.
You had a few of those bad experiences with police officers? Is that what you're saying?
No. I would say that
I had a few stereotypes of police officers. Gotcha. Justin, explain what you've seen when you see these pairs of people, very different really, walking together and talking.
Honestly, it's inspiring. You see people come together and have a real humanizing conversation. They're deeply engaged with each other, and it really does. It's truly impactful. And stories are the building blocks of narrative. So we believe that this work is something that really does have a lasting impact. We collect a good deal of data too. We collect survey data from participants. We also do debriefs with folks, and it's an experience that they would recommend to peers. We asked that question as a quantitative question on a scale of 1 to 10, and 9.6 is where we're at for when
Oh
they
wow,
recommend this to a
that's
peer.
great.
Yeah.
And I understand the Portland Police Department is wanting to do this as a requirement for a lot of training for their police
Yeah,
officers.
actually, since we had our first Talk a Mile in the spring of 2022, every single cohort of their advanced academy, so all the new PPB police officers have participated in the program as part of that academy training. PPB is also, we've been talking with them about potentially expanding and working with command staff for some of their in-service training too.
Erika, how proud are you of this program?
I love it.
Yeah.
What I love the most is just seeing how people really make the conversations their own and really go deep and touch on a multitude of topics. And even some people continue to go beyond the 4 laps and do sort of an extra mile. And it's just great to see them make the most out of the experience.
And Paige, would you recommend this to other young people?
Yeah, I would. I would tell them it's a really good opportunity to just build bridges in the community and just kind of dismantle the stereotypes that's in the community.
Yeah, this is awesome. I also understand too, you're working into having small business owners meet and do the same kind of thing, and there's possibly expanding to Denver and Seattle. Thank you all so much. Such a great idea. I love it.